Ese Cholo.
All right, what's up, familia? Welcome inside the hotel room. Hope you guys are doing good. Keeping it between the lines. Got your load secured. No headset today. Straight raw dogging it, homie. Straight raw dogging it. It's hump day. All right, man. Let me see. I can put you guys right here. All right, what's up, buddy, familia? Johnny, what's up, Johnny? Yeah, all this good. Big dog had a quite a hectic day. If you guys are watching this in the archives, go to the 5 minute mark. That's when we're going to go ahead and get into the subjects. It was a little bit of a hectic day. I had a tire blowout on my way to Nevada. Stopped in Baker, got it repaired. You know how that goes, man. Hey, to get a tire repaired on a truck or a trailer, it takes a long time. It takes a long time for them to get to you. It takes a long time, dog. It really throws a wrench in your motor. Crusted, what's up, Crusted? Hope you're doing good, homie. Trucker, and everyone. What's up, old tunes? Raw dog, watermelon. Usually, I got the headset on when I'm in the hotel room, just in case they're passing by with like the vacuum cleaner, or because I'm in a casino. So sometimes people will walk by, talking all loud, all drunk, and all that stuff, dog, So those blowouts are loud. Hopefully, vendors didn't get. Yeah, no, it didn't. It didn't. The recap busted off, but no, it didn't. Because a lot of times, and this was at the rear of the trailer, right? Sometimes when that recap busts off, it takes the mud flap with it and everything, dog. But no, it didn't. Thank goodness, because I had to go through a weigh station or an inspection, and can't do it without that mud flap. So, hey, House of Tattoos, what's going on, big dog? So that threw a wrench in my day. I didn't get a chance to work out. I'm training for this run up in San Francisco. I'll be going up to San Francisco the weekend of the 16th. The run is on Sunday, the 17th, but I didn't get a chance to work out today, man. Just because that completely threw my whole schedule off, which is cool. I'll be back at it. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow's a super long day. Friday, I'll be back at it on Friday, man. What's up, Derek? All right, let's go ahead and let's get into a couple of subjects, Holmes. All right, let's see. Let me pull this a little bit over here. By the way, it is Hump Day, dog. How many of you guys actually live up to the day, Hump Day, huh? So CHP is really cracking down. Apparently, it was only 24 hours. It started yesterday morning and ended this morning. Let's check this out.
May want to slow down behind the wheel, especially today. CHP has launched a special operation focusing on speeders. KTLA's Aaron Myers in LA's West Adams district.
Hold on, dog. A special operation. Like if they don't get you for speeding already, right? Oh, it's a special operation to get speeders.
In LA's West Adams district, focusing on speeders. KTLA's Aaron Myers in LA's West Adams district with the details on that. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning, Jess. The CHP will be conducting a maximum enforcement period until.
Ooh, dog, I tell you, man, this Hyena, her eyes look evil, dog. Evil. Look at that. Dog, those are some evil eyes right there. You know whose eyes those are? You guys remember the movie Cyborg with JCVD, Fender, the final bad guy, when he takes off his sunglasses and it starts raining and it starts throwing down? Dog, those are some evil-ass eyes right there, man. That chick looks like she should be at the bar of From Dusk Till Dawn, right? right alongside Salma Hayek. Those are some evil eyes, homie. Evil eyes.
Jess, the CHP will be conducting a maximum enforcement period until tomorrow morning. This will focus on speeding drivers all across the state. You can see we're over the 10 freeway here right now. We're not seeing a lot of speeding going on because there is a bit of traffic, and the CHP, that's what they want to see, safe.
Yeah, they got that dude already. He's got somebody pulled over. Yeah. I don't have a lady at the moment, or it would be on. I hear you, dog. I hear you, Conejo.
And the CHP, that's what they want to see, safe speeds. We do see a highway patrol officer over there actually right now. It looks like they pulled somebody over. But this is all to help reduce serious and fatal crashes across California. The enforcement
You guys see what time it is down there at the bottom?
Period started at 6 this morning.
If you guys look at the bottom right-hand corner, right, where like your guys' chats are kind of in the way, it says 7:07 a.m. Why is that important? I'll tell you guys why that's
Morning and will last for 24 hours. The department wants to emphasize that there is no safe time or place to drive at unsafe speeds. The CHP says officers will monitor roadways and take action against drivers who exceed posted speed limits or travel at unsafe speeds for the conditions, saying speeding reduces a driver's ability to react to changing traffic conditions and greatly increases the severity of crashes. They say it's also one of the leading causes of serious and fatal crashes on California roadways. In 2025, CHP...
Damn, look at this. Look at these rides right here.
Officers issued more than 491,000 citations for speed-related violations. And based on preliminary data from the CHP's integrated traffic record system, over 110,000 crashes were due to unsafe speeds, leading to more than 400 deaths and over 68,000 injuries. Late last year, the CHP and DMV launched Forward Actions for Speeding Tickets, or FAST. This pilot program that accelerates the removal of drivers who exceed 100 miles per hour on the roads.
Okay. All right. I could see that. You know, if you're going over 100 miles per hour, I mean, I think anything over 20 miles per hour, over the speed limit, I think that's reckless driving. They could actually take you in for that. The reason why I'm saying, look at the time, right? Now it says 7:08. Okay, because you're pulling over, you're coming down on people that essentially are going to work. At that time, now she didn't give a fine description. She just said anybody who's going over the posted limit. Because usually, at least from when I, hear about CHP, they're looking for somebody who's going over 10 miles over the speed limit or something. And I think anything over 20 miles is reckless driving. They could probably even revoke your license for that over the speed limit. But it's always in the morning and then in the afternoon, dog, like around 4 or 5 o'clock. And what you're doing, dog, is that you're just cracking down on people that are coming home from work. And they said it's the whole state of California, right? From yesterday morning to this morning, some special, I forgot what they called it, for them to crack down on speeders, morning and afternoon, people going to work and people coming home from work. The thing to me, dog, especially in SoCal, at those times, you're not speeding. You're not speeding. You're not moving. Traffic is heavy as hell.
The California Highway Patrol and the Department of Motor Vehicles have joined forces to strengthen our efforts to hold negligent drivers accountable and to quickly remove them from our roads. If one of our officers cites you, the CHP will...
I want you guys to take... This seems like an 80s commercial, dog. I want you guys to take a look at their serious faces, right? Especially the black dude in the middle. He's kind of like dogging the camera, shaking, nodding his head like, yeah, we're going to get you.
The California Highway Patrol and the Department of Motor Vehicles have joined forces to strengthen our efforts to hold negligent drivers accountable and to quickly remove them from our roads. If one of our officers cites you, the CHP will promptly forward the citation to the DMV for action.
The DMV's driver safety team will take immediate action, which will include suspending or even revoking your license.
These dudes are reading from a teleprompter. All right. These guys are reading from a teleprompter.
Action, which will include suspending or even revoking your license.
And you can see right there, CHP in action.
They didn't even allow him to talk. They didn't even allow him to talk. The dude that was dogging the camera the most, they did not even allow him to talk, or they allowed him to talk. But we didn't, they cut him short, dog. We didn't get to hear what he had to say. Damn. Hey, he should claim racism on this. He really should. He should say this was racist.
Or even revoking your license.
And you can see right.
He's got a case. He has a case. Because there's three dudes, man, looking like the Tres Amigos. And everybody got a chance to read off the teleprompter except for him. And he looked like he was serious, right? Got the elbow, the eyebrows up, pointing at the camera. Like, man, I'm about to talk to you like I'm your daddy.
The California Highway Patrol and the Department of Motor Vehicles join forces to strengthen our efforts to hold negligent drivers accountable and to quickly remove them from our roads. If one of our officers cites you, the CHP will promptly forward the citation to the DMV for action.
The DMV's driver safety team will take immediate action, which will include suspending or even revoking your license.
All right, now it's your turn. Look, his eyebrows are about to go up, man. He's about to let us have it. He's about to let us have it right here.
And you can see right there, CHP in action. They do have that driver pulled over right now. And of course, the CHP, they really just are encouraging drivers to slow down and to stay focused in order to protect themselves and others on the roadways. Reporting live here in West Adams, I'm Erin Myers. I'll send it back to you.
All right. So, I don't know if anybody got pulled over yesterday or early this morning, but apparently there was something that they're cracking down in the state of California for this stuff. Basically, it's just for them to raise some fatty ad dog. That's really all that is, man. That pullover on the side is going to cause slowdown. Yes, it is, Holmes. It is, Holmes. And that's the thing, dog. They pull vehicles over, and a lot of times it's on the shoulder, and it just slows traffic down, dog. So, yeah. Look, by all means, if somebody's going 100 miles per hour, by all means, pull them over. But yeah, I was just wondering if anybody. I was just wondering if anybody got pulled over, dog, in the last 24 hours or so, because that's when they're saying that they're cracking down. Well, what I really want to get to is this over here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me quiet this down. Okay, this is what I actually really want to get to. Let's see here. So I don't know if you guys know. All right. But apparently they are building surveillance on the vehicles, and they will start releasing them as 2027 models. So, I don't know if you guys know how it works with building cars. I built a race car one time, hobby stock, 351 Windsor motor. It was cool, dog. What's up, Pete Town? Yeah, dog, I'm out here in the casino, Holmes. But anyway, so I don't know if a lot of you guys know this or keeping up with this, but the new cars, the 2027 models, is going to have surveillance on it. And those vehicles are going to have the power to shut you down if it feels that you are not in the right mind to drive. Watch out. A lot of people aren't really talking about this, but it's a thing, dog. It's a thing. It's gonna come. It's all vehicles, 2027 models.
Mr. Massey, and a member opposed. Each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Kentucky.
Mr. Chair, I rise in support of our amendment. This is co-sponsored by Mr. Perry from Pennsylvania and Mr. Roy from Texas. And I regret that we have to offer this amendment. What I'm going to describe will probably sound like a bad science fiction movie, but that's what's written into law.
Who is this old bastard back here with his cell phone? Is he recording or is he over there playing solitaire or something?
Law. Right now in law that's going to be implemented for the, it says for
By the way, nobody cares, dog. Nobody cares. They're all the empty seats.
2026 and beyond. Now, the reality is the technology doesn't exist, but that doesn't keep legislators from imagining things that they would like to do to infringe on civil liberties. But there is a law that states that every vehicle manufactured is going to have.
Oh, he's not recording. You guys see these two dudes in the back? He's over there showing this vato over here. The young little 25-year-old that he'd be courting on the side. It's like, damn, check her out, Holmes. That's what I'm messing with. That's my side piece.
To infringe on civil liberties. But there is a law that states that every vehicle manufactured is going to have a kill switch in it. The car itself will monitor your driving. And if the car thinks that you're not doing a good job driving, it will disable itself. So the car dashboard becomes your judge, your jury, and your executioner. Imagine this. We got a snowstorm coming. A mom takes her kids out. They're going to the grocery store. It's snowing. They're trying to get some groceries before the big storm hits. She swerves for a pothole. The neighbor's pet gets in the way, swerves for that. First responder goes by. She pulls over. Her car says, "You got one more swerve, and then we're going to ground you." There it is. The next thing she has to avoid, an icy patch in the road. The car has adjudicated her as unsuitable for driving. It disables the vehicle, and there she's stranded. My question is, how do you appeal your sentence once your car, the technology in your car?
Okay, so yes, this has been going on actually for a few years now, okay? And nobody has talked about this. Nobody has made a big deal, but it's finally here. It is finally here because cars that are being built right now to be sold next year are going to have this technology in it. So if you're going to buy a new car, buy a 2026, Holmes, because if you're going to go buy a 2027, it's going to come with this technology in it, all right, where basically it got surveillance on you. Now, it's basically, you know, they use it as a form of, hey, you know what? It's to stop drunk drivers. That's what it's really for, okay? Finger quotes, maybe that's really it. Maybe that really is what it's for. All right? But nonetheless, it's going to be listening to your conversations. It's going to be watching you. And it's going to have the technology, a kill switch, where it will shut down if whatever, like he gave examples. Now, I don't know about the examples he gave, but if you're swerving or whatever it is, I don't know in details, but the AI is going to pick up. It's like, hey, you know what? This dude is driving too fast, or he's driving, you know, too recklessly, or he swerved too many times, or whatever it may be. Boom, we're going to shut the car down. So this is something to pay attention to, dog.
Your car, the technology in your car has judged you to be incapable of driving. Once it's disabled you and your children at the side of the road, how do you appeal that? Do you press a button on the dashboard? Do you start?
By the way, now it's not just this four-eyed guy over here. Yes, I'm a four-eyed guy myself. But now his homie right here on the side with the black jacket, he has his phone out now. And now he's looking down at his phone, dog. I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of pics these fools are sharing with each other, but oh well. Let's go.
Do you press a button on the dashboard? Do you start talking to an AI? What if it really was somebody who was drunk? Are you really going to send a police car after this? Disabled vehicle? Do we have the resources to do that? There's going to be so many false positives. The technology is unworkable. That's why the DOT is still in the rulemaking process, asking for feedback on how this thing could even exist. And it's just a bad idea, but it's in law. And so our amendment would defund that. And with that, I'd like to reserve the balance of my.
All right. So that's basically what it comes down to. Let me see. Let me pull up a different one, dog. Because there was actually a different one I wanted to play instead of that one that actually explains it. This guy's actually against it, but I wanted the one that actually explains it. Okay, here we go. Let me see. All right, here we go. All right, let's go.
To a built-in surveillance technology. And most people have no idea this is already in motion. Here's what's happening. The federal government is moving to mandate driver monitoring systems in all new vehicles. These systems can track your eye movement, head position, and even detect your emotional state all in real time. Second, this data doesn't just stay in the car. Depending on how these systems are built, insurers, law enforcement, and third parties could potentially access it. That's a massive shift in how much visibility others have into your daily life. Third, automakers are largely on board. Some already embed versions of this tech voluntarily. The 2027 deadline just makes it universal and unavoidable. Now, the stated goal is safety, reducing distracted driving deaths. That's a real problem worth solving. But the question everyone should be asking is, who owns that data, and what are they allowed to do with it? This deserves a real conversation. What do you think? Comment below.
All right, you. Okay, so basically, dog, is it be able to read your eyes? I was doing research on this. Is it be able to see where you're? Here's the thing. What if you're wearing some shades? Then what? But apparently it's going to be able to read your eyes. Now, I'll tell you guys this. I'll get to you guys' comments in a second, but I'll tell you guys this, okay? The truck I drive today, okay, I'm talking about a big rig. All right, this is talking about personal vehicles, all right? But the big rig that I drive today, there is a software there where if you're not facing forward and you're looking to the side too much, it sends an email to your employer to say like, hey, he's not facing the road, right? Now, they went ahead and turned that software off just because when you're backing up into the dock, you're looking at the mirrors. And the employer was always getting all these emails like, hey, he's not paying attention. He's not paying attention. Well, the hell? I was like, I got to look at the mirrors to back up the trailer, right? So they ended up turning that software off because it was getting too many alerts, right? So these cars, starting in 2027, yes, it's going to be able to read your pattern. It's going to be able to read your eyes, your face, where you if you don't have your eyes on the road. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of leeway. I don't know how many seconds, but what if you're wearing shades? And the thing is that these cars are going to have a kill switch. I don't know how that works. It cannot be that the car just turns off like that. Dog, that will cause, like, homie, that will cause accidents. Got you right there. Okay, you just can't be on the freeway or the highway or the street and the car just turns off. Now, maybe the car pulls over on its own. I got no idea. Or maybe the car gives you an alert and says you must pull over in the next 2 minutes or something before the vehicle turns off or something of that sort, dog. But this is coming in 2027. So if you guys are thinking about buying a new car, you better get it of this year because the cars that they're building right now is going to have some of this software in there. Let's see. What's up, Lord Spike? It's been a minute, homie. Hope you're doing well, carnal. See, I rented a van, and when I didn't have both hands on the steering wheel, it would start beeping. Oh, damn. Is that right, old tunes? Start beeping, and it would start to slow down automatically if it detected only one. Is that right? See, that's another thing, too. That's another thing too, man. If it's going to be like that, where it's like, hey, both hands on the wheel at all times. I mean, dog, this is going to take it back, Holmes, where it's like both hands, 10 and 2, eyes forward. You can't take your eyes off the road because it said it was going to read your eyes where it's at. You better, hey, everybody bring back Lokes, homie. Bring back the old school Lokes, like the super duper dark ones. Bring back the old school Lokes, dog, where it can't read your eyes. Imagine all cars parked everywhere for young people and Asians. It was very annoying. I'm sure it was, dog. I'm sure it was. And you know what? I'm renting a car. I'm renting a car to go to San Francisco. And let's see what kind of gadgets it has on it. Even have both hands on the wheel, and it's still beeping and slowed down. Yeah, dog. Yeah, man. This is it's gonna get crazy, man. It's gonna get crazy. The big rig that I drive today, there's sensors all over it. It beeps like all the time, right? If there's a vehicle in front of you and it doesn't even need to be that close, but it just starts beeping, doot, 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 right? Right on the side. If there's a vehicle on your blind side, I mean, you could see it with the mirrors, especially with the sissy mirrors up in front. You could see everything. But oh well, it will still beep if you put your turn signal on, or not. It'll honk. Sorry, phone call. All right, so yeah, man, what's your guys' thoughts on all this, dog? On these vehicles? Believe it or not, I am planning. God first, Holmes. God first. But I was planning on buying a vehicle either this year or next year, man. And I was probably, thinking about waiting to the end of the year and give myself a 2027. But then I remembered about this. And then I started looking into it. And then somebody shot me a video through Instagram on it. And I'm like, damn, that's right, man. I don't want all this junk in that car. I don't want all that junk in the car, dog. Damn all that, man. This is going to make, let me see if I could, no, not that. Let me see. Let me look for something else. That one wasn't bad. Wasn't really the one I had in mind, but nonetheless. Okay, I think Mark explains it pretty decent. Let me see. I don't want to play his whole video though. All right, I'm gonna play Mark Savant here. He explains it pretty well. Let's see.
In 2021, a government bill was signed into law by Joe Biden. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, it was a quiet bill. No one talked too much about it, but we're about to feel its real dystopian results. You see, this bill included a small, innocuous little rider in section 24220. It directs the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration to issue a federal motor vehicle safety standard to require passenger vehicles to include, quote, advanced drunk and impaired driving prevention technology, end quote. Now look, at first, this seems obvious. Guys, 290,000 people are injured each year in drunk driving crashes.
That's basically what they're going to say that this is to avoid, right? Which in a way it is. which in a way it is. I mean, they could put breathalyzers in cars, right? There's some, I knew somebody that had one of those things. At the same time, there's ways to get around them. You can have somebody else breathe into your car, whatever. But yeah, in order to start your car, there's ways to get around it. So, they're going to use that to say like, oh, well, this is to prevent drunk driving or just impaired driving. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be drunk driving. You could be on pills. You could be high. You could took a couple of rips off the bong, homie. You know what I mean?
In 2025, we saw over 10,000 people die.
Does anybody still smoke weed out of bongs? I remember when I was young, dog, it's like the bong was a thing and smoking out of apples and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't really kick it with many potheads, but just doesn't seem like it's a really thing anymore.
In drunk driving accidents, this is horrific. It should not happen. It should never happen. And we want to keep people safe. Why not keep us safe? This bill seems obvious. We can stop this. We can stop people from drunk driving. Well, this bill mandates surveillance to be included in all vehicles 2027 moving forward. And this includes surveillance like infrared cameras that can scan your eye movement, your head position, drowsiness, distraction, all of the above. It could include passive breath sensors, wheel touch, behavioral monitoring and swerving. I, by the way, recently purchased a vehicle that does all of this.
And remember, just like the other video said, it's not just, they're going to be able to share with third parties as well.
It does all of this. I purchased a 2027 Kia Telluride. And this vehicle has...
Wait, what? The hell kind of car was that? Telluride? The hell is that? Who the hell drives a Kia?
Recently purchased a vehicle that does all of this. It does all of this. I purchased a 2027 Kia Telluride.
Look, if you're going to rent a car and they give you a Kia, that's one thing. He said he purchased a Kia?
Recently purchased a vehicle that does all of this. It does all of this. I purchased a 2027 Kia Telluride. And this vehicle has lane assistance. You probably felt this on your cars. And if your vehicle starts to like get a little bit too close to the line, it'll bring you back to the center. Or
yeah, cars have that already. Cars have that already. Heck, when I bought what was it? 2024 Toyota, right? Yeah, it lets you know when you're not keeping it between the lines. Órale, that's right, keep it between the lines. It'll let you know.
Or if you try to switch lanes without putting your signal on, it'll buzz and vibrate and make it difficult for you. It can even brake when you're getting close to cars in front of you. It'll brake automatically.
Believe it or not, semi-trucks today, the new semi-trucks, those suckers will slam, those suckers will lock the brakes before you hit the vehicle in front of you. And sometimes you're coming to a stop and you're just getting close, and then the light just buzzes all red, man, and it just locks the brakes.
Automatically when you're in cruise control. It's got all these really cool features, cameras everywhere. It's awesome. Great car, actually. Really, really love it.
He loves his Kia.
But we are moving to a world where if you look at your phone too many times, or if you were to drive drunk, which by the way, you should never drive drunk. Bad idea, bad idea.
By the way, everyone keeps saying drunk, but it could probably drunk because, like I said right there, is going to be able to have a sensor where it could go ahead and detect your breath to see if it picks up any alcohol in your breath. But I would just say impaired. You know, if you pop too many pills or whatever, anything like that.
But in this new world, if the car deems you impaired, it could intervene and stop the car. your personal, intimate haven of privacy completely disrupted. Because here's where the issue gets bigger, guys. In 2021, they had no idea how fast AI was going to advance, right? They just...
All right. I don't want to hear his damn neighbor with the lawnmower anymore. All right. So that's basically what's going on, dog. And the thing about this is that we all now have cameras all over us, dog. We have cameras all over us now. You know, it used to be you get in the car, right? You guys remember the old mobster movies and everything? They wouldn't even talk inside their house, right? Because it's like, damn, what if somebody bugged the house? I got an idea. We're going to talk inside the car. We're going to get inside the car, turn on the radio just a little low, and we'll just talk inside the car. Because the car was your sacred place, homie. You could talk some business in your car. That's done, man. That is done. There is speakers picking up your audio. There are cameras everywhere now, dog. Everywhere. Everything is like the Truman Show now, dog. It is crazy that they're pushing off these vehicles like this. And the fact that nobody has an issue with it. The fact that nobody has an issue. You know, I'm going to tell you guys this, dog. And this does piss me off. Everybody gives a damn about things that I couldn't care about any less, Holmes. I swear, dog, like all the movements that happen, I couldn't give a rat's ass about any of that garbage, Holmes. But the things that it seems like the things I care about, man, like nobody, oh, well, just, oh, well. Like people care about things that I really don't give a rat's ass about, man. But stuff like this, because I've been seeing it in trucks. I've been seeing it in big rigs. And oh, yes, dog, oh, yes. There are cameras inside of big rigs facing the driver, facing outside, all the sensors all over the place. Now it's going into personal vehicles. And in reality, you got no way around it. You can have your classic vehicles and all that good stuff. Cool, man. Try to keep your old car as long as you possibly can. However, I'm going to tell everybody this. At some point, no, it's not going to be next year. It's not going to be the year after that. It's probably not going to be in 2030, okay? But at some point, they're going to regulate the fact that your car is going to have this software in it. Because they can't have vehicles out there that don't have this technology. So, let me see. Another safety feature on the van. Back to the van, huh? The van was if you swerve too many times, it beeps and tells you to pull over and take a break. The thing with me, it was very windy and pushing the van all over the road. Sure, old tunes. It was very windy. I got you, Holmes. You know what I mean? I got you, homie. Well, at the same time, what is swerving? What is swerving? Is swerving white lining it? Because you could swerve and still keep it in between the lines. Do you have to hit the lines? What is swerving? Let's see. I wonder if it will shut you down when you're getting pissed off at the drivers. Oh, yeah. What about road rage? What about that? Threw you on a timeout. It throws you on a timeout on the side of the road. Check yourself. Little woosah time. Calm down. Yeah, man. So anyway, this was kind of big for me personally, because like I said, this has been being injected in trucks for years now, in big rigs for years. Not to this degree yet, but as far as the cameras, as far as some of this technology, or just sensors beeping all over the place, the brakes locking up on you. Yes, But now that it's going to be on your personal vehicle, this is not even like your place of work, not even a place of business. This is your personal vehicle now, man. And at some point, yes, you know, your cars probably don't have it right now, but at some point, I do truly believe that at some point they will mandate, no matter how old your vehicle is, at some point they're probably going to mandate, probably many years from now, maybe another decade from now, but they will mandate at some point that all vehicles have this, that you got to take your vehicle in there. Maybe they incentivize you. Maybe maybe they give you a voucher to go get it for free or some sort of discount or something. But at some point, you're going to have to take all your old vehicles to get this technology put on. I do believe that. Mark my words, Holmes. Mark my words. Like I said, it's not going to be next year. It's not going to be the year after. It's not going to be in 5 years. But after 10 years plus, yes, I do believe they're going to say, okay, all vehicles need to have all this in it. Your classic cars, everything. Here's a voucher. No excuses. You could get it for free, but you need to have it on your vehicle by this date. And if you don't, that car is going to be deemed unsuitable to be on the road. So, yeah, Holmes. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. What's your guys' thoughts about that? You guys let me know. And, you know, another thing is these Tesla trucks. I talked a little bit about it. Then the auto insurance will jump up. You know, here's the thing too, Johnny. Johnny, I think you're a trucker as well, Holmes, if memory serves me correctly. The reason why, like trucks, they're not mandated, at least not yet, to have all this technology. Okay. But the thing is, that's business. So they don't really have to mandate it quite yet. However, I will tell you this. The insurance, you get better insurance. All right. If you have a camera facing the driver to see what he's doing, or she, whatever. Politically correct. He, she, they, them, whatever the heck, right? To see what he's doing, yeah, dog is better on insurance. Is better on insurance. Because if something happens, they catch the driver. What was the driver doing at that time? Right? All these sensors, everything like that. There are certain businesses that will not let you. They will not let you take their trailer out. They will not let you haul for them if your truck, if you're an owner operator and you own your own vehicle, your own big rig truck, don't think that you could just go for pull anybody's trailer, because there's a lot of businesses that won't allow you to work with them if you do not have that technology in your semi truck. There's certain places you can't go if you don't have that technology in your semi truck. So they could do it that way with business. However, when it comes to your personal vehicle, they can't really do too much because it's not a place of business. But what they can do is start making cars from here on out like that, hoping that it will filter out all the old cars. And when they see that, hey, you know what, people are still hanging on to some of their old cars and people in classic cars, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Hand out a bunch of vouchers, but they gotta get this software, they gotta get this technology in their vehicles. There's no excuses, because we're gonna go ahead and give them vouchers for it. That I can't see. I can see that happening. When it comes to semi-trucks, they don't really need to mandate it, because you just basically just force everybody to do it. Right? With insurance, not being able to haul certain loads, not being able to pull certain trailers. A lot of doors closed for you if you do not have this technology in your semi truck. Yes, I have a truck, bro. Just got 2026 Peterbilt 589. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. With 605 horsepower, yes. With a 2050 torque, Holmes. I will try to get you a photo. That's right, dog. Shoot me a photo of that, homie. Shoot me a photo of that. So, but now, you know what? I'm gonna every quarter I'm doing a trucker talk, trucker roundtable, and hey, man, I'm telling you guys, trucking. I know we were just talking about personal vehicles. I'm gonna bring it back to the personal vehicles, but because I'm studying up on some of the new trucks that are coming out, man, oh man, dog. Trucking has been changing in the last 20 years, but man, dog, it's gonna change overnight here like that very, very soon. I'm telling you guys, man. But that's where I'll leave that for that live, man. Anyway, I just want to go ahead and share this with you guys because honestly, nobody's talking about it. The whole ticket thing, I just thought I'd go ahead and start off with that, see if anybody got a ticket. And I don't even really get it, man, because nobody's really speeding in the morning or in the afternoon because traffic is jam-packed. But nonetheless, oh well, homes. But this right here, you guys watch out for this right here. So if you guys want to buy a new vehicle, just know 2026 models, all right? Because the model always gets built the year before. So this year, 2026, they're building 2027s. So yeah, they give, the 2027 model comes out like at the end of this year because they got built in 2026, right? So if you buy yourself a 2026 car, it was actually built in 2025. It's always a year behind. But yeah, man, just think about that. If you guys are thinking about buying a brand new car, might want to think about going with the 2026 or get a little used one with 2025 or something like that. But anyway, with that, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tap a body here. You guys let me know what you guys think about this, Holmes, because camera, audio, everywhere now. And it's gonna be in our cars, in our personal vehicles now. Damn, dog. How are we supposed to talk business now, Holmes? How are we supposed to talk business, man? It used to be, hey, get in the car, turn the radio on, talk a little criminal business, man. As always, familia, live your life like you're on the road. Be aware of surroundings. Always keep a safe distance. Blood makes you live below. Team expand. Until next time, this is Ed the Troll Trucker. Over and out.